Hi, my name is Kevin Snyder, Snyder Law, and one of the things that is really, really important to me and the team, particularly this time of year, is making sure that young people are protected as they transition in their life from being in high school to going to college, or from high school to the next step, whether that's going to be a gap year or college or whatever. And the reason why this is really important is because I'm fortunate to have a number of young adults in my family. Now, I'm a father of three, but they're not yet quite there. They're 12, 11, and 9. But I married into a really large family, and I married the youngest daughter in that lineup. And so as a result, we have lots of nieces and nephews that are all aging up into becoming young adults. So for us, my wife Carolyn and I, this process started a number of years ago when our oldest nephew graduated from high school and then was going off to the University of Portland. And we looked at each other and we said, well, what's going to happen now that PJ is 18 and is going to be off in the world? He's an adult, and there's lots of great things that happen when you become an adult, but now you have all these responsibilities, and there are things that, of course, can happen when life throws us curveballs. Well, what's going to happen to PJ if he doesn't have somebody to take care of him? Well, why wouldn't he? Well, he's got a mom and a dad, and they love him and care for him, and they're wonderful people, but legally speaking, they're not going to be able to be care providers anymore. They're not legal guardians. So we kind of got floored, because here we are working with families every day to plan for the future of their kids, to protect their kids moving forward if something happens to the parents. And it was kind of this mindset shift with, now we're thinking, well, what if something happens to the kids? How is that going to affect our parents and my brother-in-law and sister-in-law? How are they going to be able to be the good parents that they are without any sort of problems and these legal impediments and things that come up that prevent them from being able to do everything they've been able to do for the 18 years leading up to that point? So we got to work, rolled up our sleeves, and said, you know what, how are we going to envision protecting our brother, Carolyn's brother, and our sister-in-law, so that they can be wonderful parents? And so that was really the beginning of the Young Adult Emergency Plan journey, is that we set up that plan for PJ so that he can name his parents legally to be able to act for him in an emergency. Whether that emergency was a medical crisis, because he got in a car accident, was at the hospital, had some sort of illness that happened or injury happen immediately, and he couldn't be an advocate for himself. Or if he was away on spring break somewhere and ran into financial difficulty, how could his parents step in and help him and be an interceder in dealing with whatever the situation was, and talking to a bank, credit card company, hotel, or somewhere, whether that's in the country or another country, or dealing with a school if there needed to be some assistance. So all these things that life can happen to us, life could certainly happen to our kids. And what does that mean for us as parents? That was what we were trying to figure out, and do it in a way that made it really easy and approachable for the family. So we did that for PJ. And then PJ has a sister who graduated, and we had other nieces and nephews in the same. So we've been, over the years, been able to kind of develop this young adult emergency plan through our family. And it gives us peace of mind that we're helping our nieces and nephews to make sure that they're protected and they have the right people in place to help them if, God forbid, anything happened. And we have this wonderful peace of mind that we're helping our brother-in-laws and sister-in-laws as well to continue to be the wonderful parents that they are. And so we took that experience and said, hey, there's lots of other people out there that could benefit from this too, because we also have friends that were in that situation. We have clients who had kids that were aging up. And this was such a good idea. Whenever I talk to them, they're like, wow, why isn't more of this happening? Why aren't more of these conversations happening? At least that's the feedback we got from our clients. And so we decided to really roll this out and to a bigger stage, and it's something that we work with our clients all the time that have children that are aging up, and to help them walk through these difficult conversations. It's difficult enough to do for yourself. Now you're adding a child into the mix, and sometimes it can be difficult to have that conversation. And for other people that haven't had that opportunity to have conversations with their kids, it's a great opportunity for us to have family meetings to help do that. So for us, the Young Adult Emergency Plan really hits close to home. And it's something that we developed because of family, and it's for family. And we're just very excited to be able to offer this to our client family and now to the greater family in our communities, so that we really can get these protections in place before there's something that's there. And at a minimum, you have the peace of mind. You're trading worry for peace of mind, and that's what it's all about. We hope and pray that you never have to use any of this, but if you did, it'll be there to work the way that you need it to be that really good parent that you've always been.